So guys, Maniac here. Okay, so we got some some good movies in 2013, but what about 2014? 2014 sounds like more of an exciting year for movies. I mean, there's more sequels that's coming out, there's some originals that sounds pretty cool, and reboots that actually sounds pretty interesting. So yeah, so I'm gonna count out my top 10 movies I'm really excited for 2014. I'm gonna fix the camera a bit. Number 10, Robocop. Now, I'm a little bit worried for this reboot because, you know, with reboots, I'm just never that interested in. Looking at this trailer, yeah, I'm betting this movie's gonna fail. But this movie has the classic suit and it's got Michael Keaton. How is that much exciting? So, I'll give it a chance to see this movie. Just to see the classic suit and Michael Keaton. That'll be the best part I'll most be excited for. And the effects, they look cool in the trailer. What's up there cool in the movie? Let's just hope it's not a fail like the Total Recall remake. Number 9, How to Train Your Dragon 2. I love the first How to Train Your Dragon. Such a classic animated movie. This one looks epic. I mean, just by looking at the trailers, the stories in the trailer, like I heard that it's gonna be a few years later. Everybody's all grown up. Actually, that's the most exciting part of this movie. Not only just the story sounds more epic, in like what they say in the trailers, but the character changes. I mean, like Hiccup used to be this little skinny weird kid, but then now he went through puberty and he's like a man now, and he just looks interesting. And I just want to see more characters, what they look like with their character changes. That'll be one thing that's one thing I'm just very excited for, and the story looks very cool, and the animation just looks so cool in the trailers. I cannot wait for this movie. Gotta be cool with dragons. Number 8, The Hobbit, There and Back Again. Now, if you remember with Hobbit / Smaug, it left me hanging. So I have to wait for the next one. Cannot wait to what's gonna happen next. I mean, it's gonna be what I'm expecting, like it was from the book. Like, I'm not gonna spoil the movie, but at the end, the end is based off of, the end is kind of like, the end is like taken from the book, and I'll be expecting what's gonna happen next, but then I'll be expecting a little bit more. And if you know what I'm talking about, that's great, but if you don't, I'm excited for the third Hobbit. It's gonna be awesome, it's gonna be epic, I cannot wait for it. Number 7, Guardians of the Galaxy. There's no trailers, no poster or anything, just this concept art. But just by looking at it, I think it's going to be very cool. At first, when I heard that they're making a Guardians of the Galaxy movie, as much expected, I didn't know who the Guardians of the Galaxies are. Not until I started looking them up and reading their comics, and I thought, something like Space Avengers. But in a very cool way. I cannot wait to see the Guardians of the Galaxy on film. It's gonna be really awesome and exciting. So yeah, and even some of the casting, I thought it was pretty interesting. Like, Zoe Sandra is gonna be a green chick now, not a Na'vi. Yeah, I don't call them blue chicks. I just don't. I call them Na'vis because I'm a big fan of Avatar. So yeah, but Guardians of the Galaxy, it looks pretty cool. And I saw that little 30-second Comic-Con trailer, which I think that looked very interesting. And I think this movie will be interesting too. So, cannot wait to see that in part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe Phase 2. Cannot wait. Number 6, Interstellar. Now, just by looking at the trailer, I thought, like, it didn't show much, but I'm just thinking about it. Just think about how more exciting it would be. Plus, this is going to be directed by Christopher Nolan. I'm a huge fan of Christopher Nolan stuff. And finally, like, Christopher Nolan's taking a break from all this superhero stuff like Dark Knight Rises and Man of Steel. Finally, he's back with regular movies. And I'm really excited to see what he's going to do for Interstellar. I heard it's going to be a space epic, which I hope that's going to be a good space epic. Maybe better or as good as Inception. Cannot wait to see that. Number 5, Edge of Tomorrow. When I first heard that Edge of Tomorrow was being made, I thought, oh great, it's going to be just like Oblivion. Actually, no, just by looking at the trailers, they actually look pretty cool, and the story, even though it kind of sounds complicated, but it does look pretty cool, though. Like, the action scenes are just like, bam, bam, in your face awesomeness. Like, wow. Maybe this won't be like Oblivion. Maybe this will be better or something like that, yeah. And plus, Tom Cruise is in this really cool body armor suit thing. It's just, oh, it's just so cool. It reminded me of that it reminded me of that bodysuit from Aliens. You know, when Sigourney Weaver was fighting the Alien Queen? Yeah, it kind of reminded me like that. So yeah, Edge of Tomorrow, I'll admit, I'm actually pretty excited for this one. Maybe this one will be a cool Tom Cruise sci-fi action movie. Number 4, Captain America the Winter Soldier. Now, first things first, Winter Soldier. He's like my favorite villain. Well, he's not exactly a villain. He's more of an anti-hero, but he's that cool kind of anti-hero. And I'm really excited to see the Winter Soldier. And just the way how he looks in this movie, oh my gosh, he looks like a bad. Oh, he just looks so cool and everything. And the trailers are just so interesting. And Captain America's new design looks way better than it was in the Avengers. Like, I was hoping it was a World War II suit. Finally, they do some couple changes, and they actually look pretty better than the Avengers. Because the Avengers, it looks like he's wearing spandex. That's all I think. I mean, that's my only problem with the Avengers, is that Captain America's suit, not great. But with this new Captain America suit, looks pretty awesome. Cannot wait for this movie. It's gonna be a cool sequel. Cannot wait for Captain America. Cannot wait to see Captain America again on the big screen. Number 3, The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Of course, everybody's excited about The Amazing Spider-Man 2 because that one trailer that showed a lot of stuff that's going on. Like, you know, there's gonna be Rhino, which he looks pretty weird, actually. There's Green Goblin, Electro, and all this clues of Sinister Six and all that stuff. Finally, this is the sequel that we've been always wanted. I mean, I was hoping. I mean, now I'm just kind of feeling like this is the only new Spider-Man movie I'm excited for because it's got like the Sinister Six and everything. I think I wasn't excited for the last one because it was an origin story thing, and I just thought, yeah, we've seen that before. But finally, that is past. We're going into like big stuff now. And I'm just really excited to see what they're going to do for this movie. I cannot wait to see Electro. He looks very cool. The Sinister Six thing, I wonder how that's going to work out. And, yeah, just really excited because it's got like a bunch of stuff that's just so cool to look at. So, number 2, X-Men Days of Future Past. Now, I didn't read the comics Days of Future Past, but I saw the animated cartoon of Days of Future Past. And it looks pretty interesting. And I thought the story looked pretty interesting. Sorry. Then I looked at the comics. I didn't read all of it, but I read like the first 2 pages of it. And it just looks very, very cool. So I'm still reading it. And the way this trailer is just giving out to us with X-Men, holy crap, it looks so good. I mean, I'm excited for this movie because it's going to be darker. I love the idea with X-Men time travel thing. I think the time travel thing in X-Men would work. And I cannot wait to see the old cast again, which I haven't seen them in like X-Men The Last Stand. It's going to be directed by Bryan Singer. Finally, he's back into X-Men movies. I think he's going to do such a good job with this movie. And also the new cast. I like the new cast in X-Men First Class. Now I cannot wait to see them combined together in this movie. It's going to be great awesomeness. I cannot wait to see this movie. X-Men Days of Future Past. Oh, I cannot wait for it. Then finally, the number 1 movie that I'm excited for 2014, and this one might be what you expect. Godzilla, the 2014 reboot. I mean, I've been talking about Godzilla like what 3 videos this 2013. Like, I've been keeping up on updates and everything. I saw all their leaked trailers. I saw the official trailer, which it looks so amazing. I'm so excited for this new Godzilla movie because, well, I'm not gonna say that much because I already said it, but I'm so excited because it feels like it's gonna be a realistic movie. I mean, even the 1998 tried to get that realistic thing in, but it didn't work. But instead, it's like taking an unrealistic character and taking that unrealistic character and putting it in the real world and see what that's like. And this movie is really going to take Godzilla seriously, just like the original 1954 movie, which I think that's a great idea. And the cast, I'm actually pretty excited for the cast. Aaron Taylor Johnson, Bryan Cranston, Kent Wannabe, Elizabeth Olsen. I never seen her in anything, but that's gonna be really. But whatever, that's gonna be really cool. I'm actually excited for the cast. Godzilla's new design, I'll admit, he looks pretty awesome. He's about as close as he can get with the Japanese Godzilla. It's the closest looking. I mean, a lot of people keep saying like the Godzilla's design thing, which they think it's a kind of a letdown. But I didn't think it was that bad. It looks really, really cool. I mean, think about it. Would you rather have this Godzilla, or would you rather have the 1998 Godzilla? I'd rather go with this American version, because he's like the closest as he can get as a Godzilla. So yeah, I'm really excited for the new Godzilla 2014. It's going to be so cool. I'm not going to go on about it, because you already know what I think of my excitement of 2014's Godzilla. So yeah. So, my question today is, what is the one movie you're really, really excited for 2014? Comment that down below. Check out my other videos. They're really cool. Like and subscribe. Like my page on Facebook. Email me what movie review I should do. See ya, and Happy New Year's to everybody.